A very good morning to all the students of class 4. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today, from your English book Skyline, we are going to read chapter number 15. Now, tell me one thing. How many of you have helped someone? I'm sure we all have. At one point of time, we all have helped someone. So, do you think it did make any difference in the person's life to whom we helped? Or maybe an animal. Let's say we saw a dog, which, we could see that this dog wanted some water to drink. So, did we offer water to that dog? So, this chapter number 15, talks about an important aspect of our life, that is to be compassionate. Being compassionate means to be caring and to be considerate towards the people and even the animals around us. So, let us start reading this chapter. So here we go. This is chapter number 15, and this chapter talks about making a difference. How, when we help someone, how does it make a difference in that person's life? So let us start reading this chapter. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach every morning before he began his work. Early one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. So there was an old man who was a writer. So he had a habit of walking on the seashore. Seashore is the land along the edge of the sea. So he had this habit of walking along the shore before he started his work. Now, because a storm had occurred last night, the entire shore was filled of starfish. So on the entire shore, one could see starfish scattered wherever one would put his eye on. He or she could see a starfish being brought to the shore. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a small boy approaching. Approaching means coming a little near. As the boy walked, he paused every so often. As he grew closer, the man could see that he was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throw it into the sea. So you see this old man and you see this little boy. So the old man was coming from this direction, the little boy was coming from this direction. So the old boy saw that this boy, after every few seconds, this boy bends, he picks up something and he throws it into the sea. The boy went closer still and the man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what is this that you are doing?" The young boy paused, looked up and replied. So the young boy stopped. He looked up that who's calling me and he replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed up the starfish onto the beach and they can't return to the sea by themselves." He continued, "When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." He replied. So now this boy said that because of the storm, the sea has washed up, the sea has brought up all these starfish onto the shore, and now that the sun is it's becoming hot, if I do not throw these starfish back into the water, most of them will die because of extreme heat. The old man replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't really be able to make much of a difference." So the old man said, "There are so many starfish. on the shore. You cannot throw all of them. How will it make a difference? The boy bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned and smiled and said, "It made a difference to that one." So now, when the old man said that you cannot help all the starfish, so what did the boy do? He picked up one of the starfish and he threw it into the water, and he said that yes, I cannot help all of them, but the one I have helped, it has made a difference to that starfish's life. We all have the opportunity to help create positive change, but you sometimes find yourself thinking, I am already really busy, how much of a difference can I really make? I think this is especially true when we are talking about bigger social problems like world hunger or keeping earth clean and pollution free. This excuse comes up all the time in our everyday lives as well. So when you catch yourself thinking that way, remember, you might not be able to change the entire world, but at least you can change a small part of it for someone. So I'll give you an example from our daily lives. Now, when we return from school, most of us have our water bottles half filled. So what do? Do we throw that water into the sink? If we do that, you know what is the way of helping plants? You can use that water, whatever amount of water is there in your bottle, you can put that water into a plant. I'll give you another example. So when we are watching TV, we think, oh, I mean, it's okay, let it be switched on, it really doesn't make a difference. After half an hour I have to come back and watch the television again. So what difference does it make? In half an hour, how much electricity can I save? In half an hour you can save a lot of electricity, and you can save a lot of money as well. So don't ever think that how is that whatever bit I am doing, it will not change the entire world. Trust me, your little acts of kindness, your little acts of compassion, your little acts of being considerate, of being responsible towards your environment will gradually change the entire world. So it starts by one, and then a one, a two, and three, and the 100 others or 1,000 others follow. Always remember this. Never ever think, oh, how is that if I help someone it is going to change the world. At least it is going to change the world of that particular person. And particularly when it comes to your environment, you need to be very considerate. Oh, if I do not throw garbage on the road, how does that make a difference? Everyone else in my neighborhood does. But you stopping yourself from doing that will gradually bring about a change in the entire world. They say that one of the most common reasons people feel reluctant to do things is because they see the challenge before them as difficult, and that a good way to counter them is to break the big challenge down into smaller pieces and then take those one at a time, like one starfish at a time. And to that one starfish, it can make a world of difference. So a lot of people are reluctant, a lot of people are hesitant, a lot of people are not willing to help people who are in need, because they feel, oh, how is it going to make any difference? But we do not realize that our one act of kindness can bring about a great change in someone's life. Another example that I can give you, so most of us have domestic help, so I'm sure they have small kids at home. What do we do with our old notebooks or our old pencil box or pencils? We generally throw them away. How about if your notebook is half empty? How about you give it to your domestic help, that your children can use it as a rough notebook or maybe to study? How about you teach your domestic help to at least write their names? Your little acts of kindness can bring about a change in someone's entire world. and there's a very nice quotation which is given here. A single ordinary caring person still can make a difference, and single ordinary people are doing precisely that every day. So you do not have to be a famous personality to bring about a difference in someone's life. We all, as ordinary people, can also bring about a change, a positive change in lives of a lot of people. So from today, you should make a pledge that every day you will do one act of kindness. And even if it is like a small act of kindness of, let's say, helping your mother in the kitchen, or maybe, ensuring that your things are not scattered all around the house. Small things like, oh, I will not be lazy from today, I will ensure that I wake up on time for my school. So your little things can bring about a change in someone's life. So I hope all of you enjoyed reading this chapter. Thank you so much, and let's keep on making a positive change. Let's keep on making a difference in one life so that the entire world changes positively. Thank you.